Hey guys, it's Eddie. I just wanted to throw a little update up on how I get water from a big tank out to the window. Okay, a couple of people ask, how do you kind of gravel vac this because it is really so deep. Honestly, just gravity suction really doesn't work that well for me because to get a tube to go all the way up that high and come back down, it's pretty hard. Not to mention that when I do that, if I break the cycle or siphon at all, when it's quarter tank, it just can't pull the water up anymore for me. And I don't really like sucking on the tubes too much. I know it's kind of, if you're a fish keeper, you need to do that, but yeah, I really don't like it. So what I kind of did was decided to use a power head right here. It has about 225 gallons per hour. Okay, I think I bought it for like 20 bucks. When I used to use my under gravel filters. I know you guys like those too. But all I really did was I took it and I attached some tubing to it. Okay. Now the part about the tubing that I had to do that was a little hard is I actually had to melt it. I used a lighter just to kind of make it a little more pliable when it was shooting out, so I could actually get it really tight around here. And then I kind of melted it a little bit more. I mean, it's really stuck there, I mean, I can pull it off when I don't want to use it, but it's really tight for when I am using it, if you get what I'm saying. Another thing that I did is I took for the intake, I actually had to take, there was a cage on it. I actually took the cage off. Some of them have them, some of them don't, so it's going to kind of be up to you if you want to. I took a gravel vac right here, which actually is a decent sized gravel vac. I mean, it's definitely, it's pretty big. Alright. And what I did is I just took some more tubing, putting it over top of the old tubing, because I like to be able to just pull this out. And let me pull this off. I melted this also to make it a little bit bigger so that I could fit on here, because I had a hard time finding exact sizes, and it was really just easier to make it a little more pliable so that I could use it. And actually it's just a tad bit bigger, and when I actually use this in the underwater, it becomes even looser because the water's in there and it's pushing and I'm maneuvering it back and forth and whatnot, that it kind of comes apart. So another thing I had to do was, actually this is help from Nina, she suggested it, but I have these in the house, and really all they are, they're little metal clamps. They don't stay in the water too much, so they're not too bad for your tank. All I do is attach it onto here. Sorry I'm doing this with one hand, but I attach it onto the top right here and really just attach it. Okay, screwdriver it in, it's nice and tight, and I have kind of a gravel vac to the power head out to the tubing. Okay, that way I can take it from the top of here kind of on a downward slope to the window. Works pretty well for me. I'll show it to you kind of all connected, but it'll just be a quick little peek because it's really nothing more than that. I mean, if you guys have any questions on it, feel free to ask. I keep this part attached because if I don't, water kind of shoots out of here, and I do lose a little bit of suction. It's not imperative, but it seems to me it works better and cleans poop up better if it's still attached. Then I just actually take the cord right here and I plug it in right over there with where my XP4 is, and you can see the little power strip right there. And goes up to the top. So give me a second and I'll put it all together. As you can see, it all goes together kind of nice and neat. I would then put it in the water, obviously, but I don't have a gravel vac today, so I don't really want to, because it is an entire ordeal and it just runs straight out the window. After that, hey, you just bring another tube in and you fill it back up with water. Works pretty well, like I said. If you have any questions, feel free to write, and I'll answer them as best I can. Thanks, guys.